And final round of the 115th Annual Eastern Counties Cup Competition, featuring defending champions, Cleveland County Cricket Club, and challengers, St. David's Cricket Club, at the Seabreeze Oval in Bailey's Bay. Join the island's leading cricket commentary team of Alan Richardson, Wendell Smith, and Dwayne Sluggo Lebrock, with live ball-by-ball coverage. Saturday, September 1st, starting 9:45 a.m. on Power 95 FM, the island's #1 station for your Eastern County Cup Competition. Brought to you by Lindo's Group of Companies, John Barrett & Son Limited, Polaris Holdings, Money Shop, and Moongate Insurance Group.
You can count on us.
Value pack fresh Purdue chicken thighs or drumsticks, only $1.99 per pound. Sweet-eating cantaloupes, just $3.99 each, saving you $2. Save $3 on Luigi's Real Italian Ice, just $3.99 for a 6-count. Start your morning with Kellogg's To-Go cereal cups, only $1.29. Hot price on Kool-Aid Jammers, just $3.99 for a 10-pack. All stores open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., Sundays 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight. It's Thursday, August the 30th. I'm Diane Brewer, and thank you for joining us tonight. Police are investigating claims that 18-year-old Janaea Simmons may have not died as a result of a road traffic accident. Investigators are said to be looking for a vehicle that was reportedly captured by CCTV cameras leaving the area. Initial reports indicated that she may have been the victim of a single-vehicle road traffic collision. Gary Moreno tells us more.
Police had previously reported that Ms. Simmons died as a result of a single-vehicle collision in which she lost control of the bike she was riding on the North Shore Road in Hamilton Parish, just east of the aquarium, at around 3:30 in the morning back on July 15th. At that time, we contacted police with inquiries that there may have been a vehicle with several occupants inside that was seen leaving the area with its light turned off, leading to suspicions it may not have been a single-vehicle collision which claimed the life of Ms. Simmons after all. We were told there was nothing to substantiate that information, but that police were following all lines of inquiry and was ruling nothing out. Now, 6 weeks later, the service has issued a statement indicating they would like to make contact with and speak to the driver and occupants of a silver-colored Suzuki APV vanette. According to the statement, police are aware that there were at least 4 occupants in this vehicle and believe the vehicle came upon the scene of the collision very soon after it occurred. A well-placed source has now informed us that there are suspicions Ms. Simmons may have been run over by a vehicle, as she reportedly sustained head injuries consistent with such an occurrence. It is understood the vehicle in question was reportedly seen leaving a bar shortly before Ms. Simmons was found in the roadway. Ms. Simmons and 2 other female relatives were at the time reportedly heading home from a family event when tragedy struck. Contacted again about the information, a spokesperson for the Bermuda Police Service would say only that the BPS is following some specific lines of inquiry and are interested in communicating with anyone who can share any information on the vehicle in question and the driver and/or occupants. It's believed a coroner's report following an autopsy may have led to suspicions that Ms. Simmons was run over by a vehicle and possibly the one seen on CCTV images which captured the scene. It remains unclear, though, whether those same cameras would have recorded the mishap. Meanwhile, a relative of Ms. Simmons, who asked that we not identify them, today spoke with us and made a heartfelt plea, urging us to ask anyone who may have been in that vehicle to please come forward if they have a conscience and do the right thing. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
Meantime, another break. This island's candlelight vigil will begin shortly after the end of this newscast at 7:30 tonight. It's being held in the park opposite Southampton Rangers Club near the location where 25-year-old Dan Chun Swan was stabbed to death on August the 27th. Organizer Antonio Belvedere is urging people to come out and bring peace. Tonight's event follows another anti-violence vigil at Victoria Park in Hamilton just a week ago. And the Shadow National Security Minister Michael Dunkley has called for a national conversation about the ongoing violence in the wake of Sunday's fatal stabbing. Speaking to Mike Sharp, the former premier was particularly upset with what he sees as the numbing of the community towards these types of incidents, and he called for sporting clubs to be more accountable.
We need to find an understanding of why we're becoming somewhat numb about these type of things. Something happens, we're all aghast, and a week later, we've moved on. After the funeral, after the wake, we've moved on. It's totally unacceptable. And one of the challenges that I see in a small community like Bermuda is that we're up in arms when something happens, but then it disappears, and we don't want to hold people accountable for it. And by accountability, I'm meaning simple things. Look, I'm not coming down on anyone here, but the club concerned has had too many instances that we can all remember. As a community, we need to say enough's enough, and all of us need to do something about it. If clubs are having events, they need to ensure the safety and security of their patrons, not only on the property during the event, but after they leave. And we need to say, Mike, if you run a business, if you run a shop, you run a bar, you run a restaurant, you know people when they come in the door, you know their connections. We should say, we don't want people like you in this place. You get support in the community, you get support from the police. If we stop letting it go underneath the carpet and start to say to people, you're not wanted here, those people have two choices. They can go somewhere else, someone else can tell them that, or they can change. That's what we need to do, is we need to change people's attitudes and behavior, and it starts with us. And yeah, I hear, I can't, Dunkley, I can't, because, man, those guys will come for me. I'm fearful. Well, you know what? They will come for you after that, because they know you're the weak link and you can be pushed on. And if you're fearful to stand up and be counted, stand up with other people. Get other people to stand with you.
Mr. Dunkley says he attended last week's vigil after the murder, in which the names of victims of violence were read out. He says he was particularly upset as he knew them all.
I looked at those names. None of them are in my family, but I knew every single one of them. Well over a dozen come into contact with my daily life. It's unacceptable for this to happen. And as a community, we need to get some strength. Not only strength to fight a hurricane when it's mashing up our shores and we want to come together, get some strength to stop these young black males getting murdered. Because we all know who's doing it. And why are we afraid to hold accountability? Because when they come to our door, we're going to want the police to be there right away. We're going to want the community to do something. It's too late by then. We need to stand up and be stronger together and say, these are not the standards we expect.
We'll have more for you after this short break, including all the latest weather news, and that includes some tropical activity in the Atlantic Basin. Stay with us.
You can count on us.
Pretty Lady Seedless red and white grapes, only $3.99 per pound. Certified Angus beef, boneless ribeye steak, just $15.99 per pound, saving you $5. Select varieties of Purex liquid laundry detergent, only $4.99 for a 50-ounce bottle. Save $5. On LaCroix sparkling water, just $8.99 for a 12-pack. Pepperidge Farm 15 grain or soft honey wheat bread, only $4.49 for a 24-ounce loaf. Visit our website at www.marketplace.bm.
You can count on us.
Do you need a reliable and dependable auto service? Mr. Fix-It is the one who gives roadside service, repairs brakes, does oil changes, tune-ups, cleans headlights, wheel alignments, electrical repairs, diagnostic testing, and full service for any car. TCD appointments also a plus. Mr. Fix-It, the mobile mechanic who comes to you. Call Mr. Fix-It at 735-1976 or 519-8798 and let him be your auto doc.
Godwin International will host an exclusive launch and cocktail party for Georgette Prime Godwin, fresh brand and partner for Bermuda. A new book release for War Baby, a Ruach Elohim parable, on Saturday, September the 1st, 2018 from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Hamilton Princess and Beach Club in the Harborview Ballroom. Dress is smart business casual and general admission is $85 per person. You can register online at www.bdatix.bm or even by phone at 441-535-1530.
From happy beginnings and life choices that we make along the way,
Colonial protects your lifestyle with the best insurance cover at the best possible price.
health insurance with far-reaching benefits,
Family protection and long-term financial plans.
business insurance and generous employee benefits.
For happy beginnings to happy ever after, visit CGIGroup.com.
Colonial, where people come first.
Welcome back. Well, it's a scourge that can devastate families and damage communities, but drug addiction need not be the end of addicts' lives, as many make full recoveries and put their past far behind them. The Department of National Drug Control says that's a key message for Recovery Month, which begins this Saturday. Activists, experts, and a recovering addict today planted a symbolic cedar tree to mark the occasion, and Hal Davis was there.
It's a story about addiction that began decades ago.
I would say like 121, if I think back, that I was getting high, smoking cocaine every day. So I consider that a full-blown addict. I was unable to work, unable to provide for my kids. I had lost all my morals, all my self-respect, my self-esteem, like everything. Like, it's a very dark, cold world out there in drugs.
Nicole Fox was a cocaine addict for almost 20 years, until, in 2006, she finally gave up, worried about the impact of her addiction on her 3 boys.
I was just an angry person, and hurt people. So, as hard as I was hurting others. I didn't know any other way. But since I've been in recovery, the one thing I can say is peace. Beyond all understanding. I have peace in my life now, and I know that's through the treatment facilities, Narcotics Anonymous, but most of all is through God.
Nicole today took part in the tree planting at the Arboretum, the cedar being planted a symbol of the resilience of recovering addicts. It's the first event in Recovery Month, which formally gets underway in September, an attempt to raise awareness, but also this year stressing that recovering addicts should not be stigmatized.
Addiction can affect anyone. It doesn't matter what economic level, race, or anything. And so it's time that people recognize that this is considered a mental health disorder, and treatment is available and does work, and we have many people who have recovered.
And it's clear that Bermuda does have a significant drugs problem. Recent UN data shows the island has a high percentage of people who've taken cocaine, ranking it 13th out of 115 countries for use of the drug. Many more, of course, take legal drugs, like alcohol and cigarettes. 8 out of 10 Bermudians have tried at least one of these. But whatever the substance, Recovery Week aims to show there is a life beyond addiction, and a host of events during September will aim to push that message home. Nicole Fox is a poster child for this year's events, and it's highly likely that the words of recovering addicts like her will be the most persuasive part of the whole campaign.
My whole life, I knew how to live on a mind-altering substance. I didn't know how to live outside of that. So when I heard my laughter for the first time, it was the most beautiful sound. I had never listened to my laughter. And when I heard it for the first time, I was like, whoa, who was that? And I wanted more of that.
Time for our weather forecast, and some unsettled conditions expected a few days from now, with a potential storm heading in our direction from West Africa. But there's no sign of that from our broadcast tower at the moment, with another hot night in prospect. Now, with the outlook for tomorrow, we go to the experts at AccuWeather headquarters.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
This AccuWeather forecast here on ZBM is brought to us by our friends at the BF&M Insurance Group. We have a little more activity to talk about in the Atlantic. We have a tropical wave that we're keeping an eye on as it moves into an area near the Greater Antilles to our south. That's going to continue to move west, and it will not directly impact us most likely. We expect that to move into the Florida area and eventually into the Gulf of Mexico, with potentially the opportunity for that to develop. And also, we're going to take you way to the east, into the eastern Atlantic and off of the west coast of Africa. Here we have the Cabo Verde Islands with potential tropical cyclone 6. Now, in the past, the National Hurricane Center would wait to name a storm until it actually formed. But as things evolve here, social sciences suggest that maybe we should be paying more attention to these even before an actual storm develops. And because of the potential impact to some of the Cabo Verde Islands, they're calling this potential tropical cyclone 6. Now, as we look at the satellite estimates of where the showers are, there have been a few little downpours in a few areas, a few dozen miles from Bermuda, but they've been real far between. So most of the next few days will remain dry. High pressure is still in control, and it's going to prevent us from seeing any meaningful rain. We're at 83. Winds are very light, only around 4 knots. Water temperature is warm, 87 degrees, like bath water. And on the inside, we have 1 foot wave heights or smaller, very flat water. On the outside of the reef, though, waves are 1 to even occasionally nearly 3 feet at times. But the weather is pretty good for boating, so we don't have any marine-related advisories. Looking at the tide forecast, or schedule, if you will, the tide will be coming back in through midnight, 12 a.m. high tide, low tide at 6:11 in the morning, and then on Friday around midday, another high tide at 12:34, right around lunchtime. So tonight, partly cloudy and warm out there, 78 for your low. It looks pretty good. Tomorrow, we'll go with a mix of sunshine and some clouds, highs around 86 degrees. And again, we're keeping an eye on this tropical wave to the south, and also potential tropical cyclone 6 way to the east, which would probably be curving east of Bermuda eventually, but that's still well over a week away, at least from our latitude and longitude. So we don't have anything to be too concerned about locally, and that's good news here as we begin we close out August and begin September very soon this weekend. Down into the Caribbean, scattered showers and thunderstorms in Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad. Potential tropical cyclone 6 is near the Cabo Verde Islands. Not an imminent threat to us. That's the good news. And we're cooler into Friday in Toronto and New York and Boston. A big drop there, 74 degrees. And Atlanta, 87. Nice day there. Spotty showers possible in some areas a little farther south into Atlanta and especially Miami. Extended forecast, we look good. More sunshine and clouds into Sunday and Monday. 86 your highs. No major weather worries locally. Back to you.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
It's hurricane season. Here are some tips from BF&M. Before a storm, make sure you have a family plan. Stock up on food and water and protect your home. Board up and make sure your insurance policies are up to date. After a storm, check everyone's safety, especially seniors. Inspect your property and secure from further damage. Then note the damages, list, and take photos. Remember, you can always count on BF&M 24/7 during hurricane season and all year round.
At Big Savings Zone, we believe your children deserve a happy space to call their own, full of color and excitement, where their imagination can take flight from fun to functional. We have a delightful selection of kids' furniture built with the same quality that you've come to know and trust at our everyday low prices. Create a room that your little ones will love only at Big Savings Zone. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Located in the Commercial Park, Southside, St. David. Call 297-4440 or click BigSavingZone.com. Big Savings Zone, making your house a home.
Bermuda Broadcasting Company is pleased to present the third and final round of the 115th Annual Eastern Counties Cup Competition, featuring defending champions, Cleveland County Cricket Club, and challengers, St. David's Cricket Club, at the Seabreeze Oval in Bailey's Bay. Join the island's leading cricket commentary team of Alan Richardson, Wendell Smith, and Dwayne Sluggo Lebrock, with live ball-by-ball coverage. Saturday, September 1st, starting 9:45 a.m. on Power 95 FM, the island's #1 station for your Eastern County Cup Competition. Brought to you by Lindo's Group of Companies, John Barrett & Son Limited, Polaris Holdings, Money Shop, and Moongate Insurance Group.
Turning to business news, Tony Waterman has the top stories in tonight's Business Mashup.
Mark your calendars. Apple's new lineup of phones will be unveiled September 12th. Rumor is the tech giant will launch a trio of new iPhones, including one with a 6.5-inch display and an affordable option. Affordable relative, of course. Experts say will likely be priced between $600 and $700. According to Bloomberg, the new phones will use facial recognition for unlocking, and they'll also come in new colors. Phones not the only thing, though, getting an upgrade. Expectations for a new MacBook Air, updated Mac Mini, upgrades to the iPad, and a new Apple Watch are high. Meanwhile, Apple rivals Sony launching its own premium smartphone today, and it has a TV screen on it. The Xperia XZ3 has an OLED display equipped with the technology Sony uses on its Bravia TV line. The phone comes with a 19-megapixel camera, waterproofing, and wireless charging. Sony hoping the new device can help turn the tides of its struggling smartphone business. If you were thinking of buying a 4K TV, you may want to wait. Samsung and LG have just unveiled 8K TVs. With twice as many pixels, the screens can produce clearer, sharper images, especially on 65-inch screens and higher. But all that resolution doesn't come cheap. Japan's Sharp already markets an 8K TV at the family-friendly price of $13,000. Some analysts estimate that close to 250,000 8K TVs will be shipped this year. Amazon shares sailed over $2,000 a piece today for the very first time as the e-commerce giant inches closer to $1 trillion market valuation. The upward momentum sparked by a bullish call by Morgan Stanley, which raised its 12-month price target to $2,500 a share. Earlier this month, Apple became the first publicly traded U.S. company to reach $1 trillion market cap. I'm Tony Waterman, and that's your Tech Mashup.
Thanks, Tony. In other news, Bermuda College's new academic term began this week, and there's some new courses and a whole new division in the Nursing and Allied Health Department. Mike Sharp has more.
The director of nursing at Bermuda College, Kathy Ann Swan, told ZBM News about the different opportunities. But we start with the vice president of academic and student affairs, Dr. Phyllis Curtis Tweed, who elaborates on significant partnerships.
There are some really wonderful opportunities that we've developed at Bermuda College. It has always been possible to complete your degree and go abroad to university. But we have refined the process so that we have a number of what we call 2+2 agreements. That means that you complete your associate's degree within 2 years at Bermuda College, and then you can go abroad to partner institutions to complete your bachelor's degree in 2 years. We have more than 29 partnerships with institutions in the U.S., Canada, and the U.K. So this really provides a wonderful opportunity for Bermudians to complete their bachelor's degree in an affordable manner and to go to institutions abroad that are really quite prestigious.
Mm-hmm. Are these recent partnerships, and what sort of career opportunities in what areas would they address?
Some of the partnerships have been long-standing. However, in the past we've had what we call memorandum of understanding, meaning that we had some degree of arrangement with the institution, but we couldn't guarantee the number of credits that would transfer. With the 2+2 agreements, we have what we call equivalency charts in each agreement that can show the student what course they take at Bermuda College and how it will transfer into the university of their choice.
Mrs. Swan explained what the new programs are.
Well, certainly we have to give thanks and kudos to the experts in the field. As Dr. Curtis Tweed said, we certainly utilize them when we're trying to decide what our next step should be at the college. Our team's been meeting ever since early in the year just to ascertain what sort of programs we need, number one, looking at the job information as well that government puts out every year. But certainly what the managers in the field, we've had on our board of our working committee for allied health, chairpersons of the various boards, managers of the areas, association chairs and everything. So that expertise has certainly been there from the beginning. So they certainly have validated what we've done as well. So we are looking like at radiology, physiotherapy, occupational therapy in time to come as well. But like Dr. Curtis Tweed stated, our priority right now will be medical imaging and looking at also pharmacy technician and things like that as well.
And I'm Mike Sharp with Bermuda Broadcasting News.
Thanks, Michael. Still to come, Earl Basin will have all the latest sports news in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Hey Smokey, let's get lunch from the Marketplace Food Court.
You know what? That sounds good.
They have oxtails, pumpkin, curried lamb, lemon chicken, sweet and sour ribs, vegetable stir fry, and the variety goes on.
Their chefs are good. They'll set you right up with all the good carvings.
And don't forget the special dishes from the islands.
It don't matter. No matter what you feel like eating, Marketplace will have it.
You know, it's quick, it's quality, and at prices you can count on.
Visit us 7 days a week. breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Made for you daily at the Hamilton Marketplace Food Court.
The core of Smart Security's business is providing customers with burglar, fire, CCTV, and other essential alarm services. An important and growing market that offers you the best of all worlds, state-of-the-art protection technology, and monitor your system 24 hours a day, every day of the year, offering you that peace of mind knowing everything you care about is safe and secure. Technology allows residential and business customers to access information and to control their security systems remotely. For more information, call Smart Security Systems at 292-4019 or visit their website, smartsecuritysystems.bm.
JBM Realty & Associates services all your real estate needs. Our agents have years of real estate experience specializing in selling of properties, renting of properties, property management, vacation rental. So whether you're looking to move to another location, selling your home, purchasing a new home, or a landlord looking for assistance in managing your property, give us a call today. One of our experienced agents will be more than willing to assist you with all your housing needs. Call us on 234-2050 or visit our website, jbmrealtyandassociates.com.
Sports now, and the women's national football team falls in Jamaica against Cuba. Young sailors begin competing in the World Optimist Championships in Cyprus, while Delray Rollins was in action for the Sussex second team. Earl Baisden has it all in tonight's sports report.
Bermuda's women's national football team went down 2-0 to Cuba in their second CONCACAF Women's Championship qualifying match in Jamaica last evening. Bermuda's coach, Nikita Robinson, summed up the match this way.
Tonight's game, our game plan was to attack, to go at the Cuba team. We knew that they were a bit fast and aggressive, but it wasn't anything we felt we couldn't deal with. Unfortunately, a few of our big game players didn't show up, and it kind of put us on the back foot. Personally thinking subs were kind of made a bit late to get the result. The program, is still moving forward, and the process is still in place, and, our goalpost is still where it needs to be, and, we can take positives from this match tonight. The girls are hurt. They knew what was at stake. We're not out of it, but we've now given ourselves a mountain to climb.
Jair Parfit Williams was not in the team as his NJ Ruda Valenja teammates went down 2-0 in their Slovenia Premier Division match to Gracia. Aliyah Nolan and her University of North Texas women's soccer teammates had done everything right. The team's defense withstood number 12 ranked St. Clara's wave of offensive attacks for 74 minutes. However, they would get a penalty kick and convert in a 1-0 win. A total of 264 sailors took to the waters of Cyprus to begin competing in the World Optimist Championships. Representing Bermuda are Christian Eben, Sebastian Kemp, Azai Smith, Magnus Reinstad, and Lilai Walker. Only 2 races were sailed on the opening day of competition. Kemp is leading the Bermuda fleet and is in 50th place with 31 net points. Eben is 110th with 58 net points. Reinstad is 198th with 97 points. Walker is 208th with 100 net points, and Smith rounds out the group with 117 net points and is 249th. The Wednesday night sailing series continued on the waters of the Hamilton Harbor, where 27 boats went to the start line for race day 18. Nasty Madison was the first boat to cross the line, clocking a time of 44:47. With the corrected time of 48:51, saw them finish second on the night. Passion crossed the line second on the night with a time of 52:04. With the corrected time of 48:49, saw them finish first on the night. Smokin' was third, clocking a corrected time of 49:58, while Mayhem was fourth with a corrected time of 50 minutes flat. Man O' War rounded out the top 5 finishers on the night with a corrected time of 50:06. Darry Rollins and his Sussex Seconds teammates are taking on the MCC Young Cricketers team in a second 11 three-day friendly. MCC Young Cricketers won the toss and decided to bowl, and they bowled out Sussex for 249. Rollins, who was featured in the Vitality Blast Plays of the Week, was out for 3. At the close of play, MCC Young Cricketers had reached 181 for 2. Gillian Teixeira and Tyler Lopes competed in the Lear International Horse Jumping event in Belgium. Teixeira competing in the 1.40 meter Table A in 2 phases class against the clock, riding Iluna Di Cantaro, finished 49th. They clocked a time of 53:09, but they had 8 penalty foul points. Teixeira and Maya Volo VD Mondriff finished 41st, competing in the 1.25 meter Grand Prix Table A with a jump-off class. They clocked a time of 76:89, but they would also have 4
4 penalty 4 points. Lopes finished second, competing in the 1.30 meter table A against the clock class. Lopes and Amarula clocked a clear round time of 53.82. Bermuda's men's national rugby sevens team did not enjoy their fifth appearance at the Rugby Town Sevens in Colorado over the weekend. The team played a total of 4 games, going down 4 times. Bermuda would manage only 32 points, but they gave up 131 points. They averaged conceding 33 points a game while scoring an average of 8 points a game. In the Bermuda Commercial Summer League playoff action at the Michael Priest Softball Diamond, a doubleheader took place where the Wahoos defeated the Parakeets 20-16, and the Ducksiders got by the Axebats 22-1. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Thanks, Earl. Well, that's all from the news team on this Thursday evening. I'm Diane Brewer. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.